the Sioux were free roaming. They supported themselves with their buffalo hunts, but by 1889, the end of the 1800s, the buffalo were gone, and they were just having whatever handouts the government gave them. So
And the main
so it was really a bad, huh?
the main reason the buffalo were gone was because of buffalo hunting by
Oh
the
yes,
white man. Um, Now,
yes.
some
I
of
have a whole exhibit on the other side over there that goes into what happened with the buffalo.
and actually part of that was to provide food for the building of the builders of the railroad, but part of it was
No,
probably,
no, they were specifically
yeah.
meant
Go
to
ahead.
kill all the buffalo because they figured if they killed the buffalo, they could kill the native people.
Yes, they were
They starve
depriving.
them out.
Yes, they were essentially creating conditions. Well, or killing off the food that the native people had become accustomed to hunting and getting. Uh,
So this first exhibit here is about Wovoka, and he was a Paiute, a mystic, they say, and he sparked hope in the people with this dance and this participation of ritual dance and prayer um, to give the people some hope because they were starving. They were losing their culture. But now he said his direct teachings were that the earth would soon perish and then come alive again in a pure natural state and be inherited by the Indians, including the dead, for an eternal existence free from suffering.
and the ghost nest was to bring that on, right?
Right. It was supposed to. He said. He said if they lived harmoniously and honestly and shunned the ways of the whites, especially alcohol, the dead would soon be resurrected. And he just had this whole idea of hope if they lived right. There's some people who kind of took his interpretation and carried it further. And there was Kicking Bear. He was a Lakota who came to Nevada to learn about this new religion. And another man named Short Bull, and they gave another interpretation where they said that the special ghost dance shirts would protect them from the white man's bullets, and they started talking about maybe eliminating the whites. So they had a more what you'd call, I guess, a more militant stand that provoked a lot of fear in the whites who heard about this. Then we get to this one with the map, number 2, which is an overview of the events that happened on that day. This first one is from a Lieutenant S.A. Cloman. Oh, the map is his map. But a desperate Indian agent at Pine Ridge wired his superiors in Washington saying the Indians are dancing in the snow and are wild and crazy. We need protection and we need it now. The leaders should be arrested and confined to some military post until the matter is quieted, and this should be done now. So the order went out to arrest Chief Sitting Bull at the Standing Rock Reservation. Well, Sitting Bull was killed in the attempt on December 15th. But Chief Bigfoot was next on the list. So they actually had a list, and they were trying to collect all of the chiefs. But the fear was that really they were just trying to kill all of the leaders. And that's why Bigfoot, part of the reason why he was seeking protection at the Pine Ridge Reservation was he thought they were just out to kill them all. So, when he heard of Sitting Bull's death, Bigfoot led his people south to seek protection at the Pine Ridge Reservation, and the army intercepted them on December 28th and brought them to the edge of the Wounded Knee to camp. Wounded Knee Creek, which is behind us over there. The next morning, the chief, he had pneumonia. He'd caught pneumonia and was dying. And he was sitting there. They were discussing everything with the army officers. Suddenly a shot was heard, and then everybody just started shooting. So that's the overview. And then you get a lot of different stories from that.
Yeah, I understand that they had partially disarmed the Indians, and the map is showing a layout of where the military forces were and where the Indians were. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
They were essentially confined between two military camps, and there were military forces on all four sides. They were surrounded. Is that right?
Right. So